G'day all, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I will be Nat, this won't be my Knackers Yard. This will be Bimbling, Doggy, Doggy. There's a few of those. I'll probably clip in a couple here. And yeah, fairly eventful wandering this morning, couple of little bits. Giraffes. Doggies and giraffes. Now there is the title of an upload. Not a lot going on. There you go. There's for Carl, just for you. I know I've got at least one viewer that seems to spot everybody that's good looking in my uploads. Obviously me, but other people that are good looking in my uploads. So there you go, Carl. All yours. Stalk away, big fella. Yeah, what's going on? I've potentially got a sale for the little Piaggio. I say a sale. I've had a load of lowball answers, but I mean, frankly, you get that with any bike. You especially get that where I am with 125 scooters, where you just get offers, just a number lobbed at you, and it's normally about half what you've listed it for. I'm not sure they ever get somebody to go, oh yeah, go on then. But anyway, a load of those. I've had a couple of half sensible ones. I've priced it reasonably high to start with, expecting to be knocked down, so that's fine. That is the way of the world and the way of the market here. So yeah, the guy that's interested has got a Chinese bike, Lex Moto, which I have to say I've not. The only Chinese bike I've ever played with is I can't remember what it was called. Koto, can't remember, but it was a scooter a long time ago, about 3 years ago now. It was one of my very early projects, and I got it running again, which is quite cool. And that was a full piston out job. That was quite good fun. I enjoyed that. What he's got is 2020, so it's quite new, semi-abandoned. It seems to run, but if all goes well, and fingers crossed, that could be as soon as tomorrow. Today is Thursday. Probably be over the weekend, frankly. But he wants to buy it, my bike, my scooter, and he's offering this as an exchange. He has a van, and he said, you know, in his view is, he seems to want something without gears. The bike that he's got is out of MOT. I think he's just not got on with gears, and he's coming from Camden, Islington Way, so very near where Motorcycle Rescue with Charlie is actually. And gears with his riding don't work for him because he's a central London rider, which is a fair one. Doggy. Yeah, so he's after something without gears. So his offer is, like, you know, we can either exchange the bike if you like, or I'll just buy your bike. So he says he's got a van, so it makes it ideal. So he rocks up, has a look at my bike with his bike in the back. If I'm happy, I'll take the bike. If I'm not, I'll take the money. That's about as perfect a sale as you can get, I think. Which always leaves me slightly worried. What have I missed? But yeah, if that all works out, then fine. I'm not bothered about the money. I'm always bothered about money. But you know, having a little sideline project on the side, it will distract me from what I really should be doing on the Super Dream. But you know, I'll get to it. As per Game of Thrones, winter is coming, and I need to build up my winter projects. Now, as far as the channel's concerned, those that have been following for a while will get the fact that projects do slow down a little bit over the winter. It's not quite so much fun to be in a garage, and I am a hobbyist. And if my hobby's not fun, I don't do it. Which is the way these things generally work. So yeah, it does slow down a little bit over the winter. Extra stuff going on My wife is signed up. Doggy, big doggy. Wow. My wife has signed up to an open university 2-year course, which means she does do some schooling now or goes to uni on the odd Saturday, which is cool, which is very cool actually. It does affect my spare time in inverted commas because, like I say, again, it is a hobby. So my Saturdays are generally, I get up, tinker with the bikes, pause to take youngest to a club, which is only walking distance, so it's fine, walk her up with the dog, get a couple of hours more tinkering with the bike, walk up with the dog, pick her up type thing, grab lunch, and normally get a little bit of an afternoon session on the bikes, depending on what's going on. And during that time, the missus goes out and does a club with the other 2 kids for a couple of hours on a Saturday afternoon. I think I've said it before actually, it's archery. She took one to it, got into it herself, and now the other one's got into it as well. Now the only issue with that is that because it's archery and because they are under 18, they need to be supervised by a parent, which was fine when the missus was going as well every week. She's still going, but won't be every week now because sometimes she'll be at school. But it does mean that I have to go with the 2 kids to supervise them. I say supervise, I don't have to sit there and play on my phone. They have offered for me to have a go a couple of times, but I've refused because I know what I'm like. I'm over competitive and I'll get it, and I'll try and be better than the missus. And I don't have time in my life for another hobby. But yeah, so it does mean that the odd Saturday I lose a lot of my Saturday on family commitments. So there will be a bit of a natural slowdown due to winter not being quite so much fun, and the fact that there are other commitments on my spare time. And as a hobbyist, bikes are something I do in my spare time. Wrong. Underneath bikes is something I do in my spare time. If I have less spare time, I have less time to get underneath bikes. Being sat on bikes is something that I do. Oh, I've got to be careful here because I've not railed against, but I have been slightly snobbish in the past about summer riders, particularly when I wasn't working where I am now, and I went in every day on a bike. It's only a lot closer, but I went in every day on a bike, wind or shine. Wind or shine, rain or shine, rain or shine. Is that 5-star? Can't remember. And I got quite snobby then about you fucking wussies that don't ride in the rain type thing. Whereas now, because I'm in central London and I have a very, very fucking ludicrously expensive rail ticket, season ticket, I use that. For one, it cost me a freaking fortune, and for two, during the winter, it's just not as much fun. And that's not me being it's slightly me being a wuss, but actually, winter riding isn't as much fun, for one. For two, winter riding in big cities is, dare I say it, considerably more dangerous. And not that I'm an overly cautious person. If I was an overly cautious person, I wouldn't be on a bike at all. But riding a motorbike in central London when it's hacking down with rain, or when it's foggy, or it's not so much fog, it doesn't really affect the cities quite so much, I don't think, but you've got to be super fucking alert, because weird shit happens around you all the time, and I just think other drivers, riders, pedestrians, etc., it's just less observant, careful. It's just dickheads when it's shit weather. So, nice lady there walking diagonally across the junction whilst staring at her phone becomes even more prevalent. So I generally choose not to ride so much during the winter, while I'm in central London, but we'll see. What else going on? Oh, there's a few other bits kicking around, but none of it that you're particularly interested in, because it has naff all to do with bikes, really, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, so that's where we are. If I've remembered to, I'll cut in a couple of. I would have edited them in by now, but you know, journey not without momentary fun. I'm seeing all sorts of weird and wonderful things on my journeys, and I used to just earthspike them, you know, delete them off my car, ready for a new one. But what I'm trying to do is just keep a few of the more either interesting or funny, or in some cases, in fact, if I can find it, I'll drop it in a second once I finish rambling. But I did see a really good example of not anticipating on a motorcycle, and I'll drop it in here. This car's going to try and do the same, cock everybody over. This Kia is not turning left. I'm willing to put money he's turning right, and he's going to try and skip all this traffic and fade in. Saw it coming a long way off. You can shake your head, bike. You are entirely right, but that was fucking preordained from about 2/3 of a mile away. Right, and now I'm back in, because I don't want to do a voiceover on that or anything, but I might sort of replay in a corner. It's interesting when you're looking at things from the third person, so you're looking from the outside and narrating, but that clip was just a great example of something that I could see coming from a while off. It's not because I'm some sort of guru or motorcycle god, although obviously I am. It's just you're a bit further out, so you can see this sort of shit coming. And I also think that the guy that was that ended up putting himself in a dodgy situation just wasn't concentrating. And it's so easy to do, he says, chatting away on a headset when he should be concentrating on the road himself. But yeah, it's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye. Never really understood that expression. How many one-eyed people or zero-eyed people there are from too many funs and games. But as daft as that is, that's probably the ideal car for central London, if you're daft enough to bring one in, or have to. Yeah, I've deliberately, I've actually put a battery booster on my kit, which I would have to think about how I do it, because I'm a bit cable-tastic at the moment. I've deliberately made sure that I've still got some battery left for this part of my journey, because you normally just see the early bit of it, when I can guarantee that I've got excuse me, I can guarantee that I've got battery and SIM card space. And normally I get to here, but not always, depends which one of my 3 batteries I use. One's better than others. You must be bloody freezing, girl. Jesus. It's not the weather for that. I know the weather said it's going to be a little bit sunny today, but that's summer kit. There you go, Carl, another lech for you. You do realise there's porn on the internet, don't you, Carl? Yeah, just because this bit of the journey is actually really nice. It's really quite pretty, and you forget that central London can actually be a really nice place. But it's nice. I like this bit. We're just coming up to Trafalgar Square now. Normally, when I do show Trafalgar Square on my channel, I'm normally on my way home, which for half of the year means it's dark when you look at it. And during the summer, well, probably half, 3/4 of the year it's dark. Excuse me. And actually get to see it in all of its glory. And I know London has its knockers. Periodically I'm one of them, but I know lots, you know, you get a lot of it's your own fault for living there type thing. But it's fucking, most of the time it's beautiful. National Gallery, look at that. Look at the morning sun. Look at it in the morning sun, he says, using England the proper like. That's the fourth, you're not going to see it, it's the other side of the white van, is the fourth plinth. So during, it was the empty plinth they rotated stuff through. It's now got some sort of LGBTQ faces of people that are going to rot in the, I pass, no idea. But people were up in arms that it wasn't the Queen on there, or sorry, the late Queen I should say. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure I'm going to get the entirety of Nelson's column on shot, because he was a big boy. Oh, there we go, he's up the top there. See, look, they do try and keep London clean. It's everybody in it that doesn't. Hello. Yeah. London, amazing. At times. Cold, inhospitable, and the people are not friendly, but they are. They're just 90% of the time got somewhere to go and somewhere to be. Right, that'll do me. I will knock it on the head there. Cheers all. Have a phenomenal day. And I'll catch you later. Ta-da. Ta-da. Dog was fine until you dragged him back in. I forgot to say doggy. What the fuck are you? Fucking idiot. Really? She apologised, but for fuck's sake, probably should have seen it sooner that she was going to do something stupid. Oh well, still alive for now.